here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel throughout social media. We'll get you out of here well before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. That's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Is over live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later, and deliver those winners of professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and at Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who's on the show for today. All right, with us is Alex Smart, Tony Brown. Lakers got some life. They're pretty good in the trade deadline. Ninos with us. Jay Briggs. Millz Young sitting pretty with those Kings. Wayne Scott. And, of course, Big Al McMordie still stewing over some questionable foul last night. But anyway, here's how we'll roll for tonight. And we got Smart, Ninos, McMordie, Brown, Young, Briggs, Scott, and then I will close this one out. All right, as always, right? The NBA trade deadline came and went. Lots of movement. We still have the buyout period here to see who buys out, which veterans will end up on the Lakers, right? Buy out these veteran contracts, and we'll find out in a little bit, as there's still more drama to go through here for another week here in the NBA before we head for the stretch run. Let's get this one underway. 4-game card NBA, some hockey and college basketball. Let's welcome in Alex Smart. If I'm over at Pick Dogs Premium, doing great work in college hoops this year. Bring him in right now. Alex, what's happening?
How's everything, Tony? We're going to attack some NHL. I know everybody's keying in on the NBA today, but we'll just switch away from that a little bit tonight. We'll do some NHL hockey. The Islanders made a big trade lately, and with Horvat in the lineup, you can see Barzal now starting to, feel energized again. I mean, a lot of the reasons why I think you saw a coaching change over last season too was because Barzal was being hampered in his style of play, and they respect him, or they obviously, respected him enough to sort of play with things. This is my theory, obviously, but if you really look at it, I think it has some merit. The Islanders, I've watched a couple of their recent games. Probably most recently, I've noticed there has been a change with Horvat in the lineup, coming over from Vancouver, getting rid of Bouvallier, who was a very streaky hockey player. Eli Sorokin has even really picked up his game. One of the best goalies in the NHL, if not the best goalie in the NHL. He's at 61 consecutive shots in a streak of 132 minutes and 16 seconds. No goals scored against him. If he plays again tonight, or if even Varlamov plays, I think they're going to have a hard time putting the biscuit into the net, especially after playing last night. A very hard-fought game last night against the New York Rangers. So tonight, they're going to go against an energized New York Islanders team. They've got the worst penalty kill in the league, and I think the Islanders' penalty kill is finally going to emerge as maybe a difference maker going down this run into the playoffs. And we're going to take the Islanders at a -1.5, but we're going to get some plus dollars out of this one. So we're going to take the -1.5 on a value line.
All right, we got Alex here on the Islanders puck line. Lay the puck and a half here against the Canucks. The Canucks team that, as we know, the season has just been brutal. I think their former head coach now is on NHL Network right now. Back to the broadcast booth for you, Boudreaux. But anyway, Islanders, you got at least you got some goals, right? It seems they've been stuck on 2 for a while.
Yeah, they've been stuck on 2. They finally got 4 the other night, and I think that'll progress as we go along. And the goaltending's great. The defense is extremely underrated. They still play the same kind of hockey as they did before under Lane Lambert. This is a good hockey team that just needed a kick in the ass, we'll put it that way. And let's see what it does for them. And tonight, against a tired Vancouver team, a Vancouver team that really hasn't played all that well this year, obviously, and that's an understatement, goes against a re-energized Islanders team. So we're gonna lay it, and we're gonna play it.
Yep, 4 straight wins for Islanders. Great defense. We would give them credit there as well. Islanders puck line, lay the puck in half, plus 125 against Canucks. This one will have a start time, 7:30 Eastern time. All right, Alex, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. Great results in college hoop, 1,172 units of profit, all documented over at Pick Dogs Prim. Nice college basketball card night, Pac-12 in action. We see some other big major conferences in there as well as NBA on the board. NHL, what do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Well, tonight we've got a 3-pack of NHL. I've got 2 of those Pac-12 games on board, side selections, a small school banger to go along with that. So we have a 3-pack guaranteed to win, or your money is refunded for another package somewhere else. someone that might win for you, but I'm going to win for you. So you
right.
won't have to worry about that tonight. And we've got one NBA late team selection on board, just one side that I like from today, and an NHL money line banger and power play. And we're gonna move forward with some more aggressive NHL selections as the season goes on. We're gonna try to catch Tony Brown.
That's right. Get on board here with Alex Smart over at Pick Dogs. Great results here in college hoops. 1,172 units of profit. That is all documented over at Pick Dogs. We got tonight here a college basketball 3-pack, 3 sides on the board here from college hoops. Also, Alex already ready to roll here with NFL Super Bowl side smash there, Eagles Chiefs. So get on board there with that as well. NHL power play line, money line power play up there. Also NBA Sharp Blade Steam. Lots of action up there from Alex. Instead of buying all these plays individually, the way Alex is running right now, you might as well just get that 1 month all sports pass. Get all of Alex's premium plays here for 30 days. It includes all his NBA, his NHL, as well as the Super Bowl pick, and of course college basketball, which will take you all the way to the end of major conference regular season play. Some of the minor tournament coverage up there. So high volume schedules coming up here in March. That's also part of the 1 month all sports pass. It'll take you to about March the 8th, so we get some of those mid-major tournaments in there as well, with lots of games, day games, as we're about ready to get into the major tournament season there when we get into the early parts of March. So get on board, use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 20% off, add a second 15% off. You'll add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion, even greater value there. All right, Alex, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success. Enjoy the Super Bowl. We'll catch up with you again next week.
Yeah, it should be a good Super Bowl. Take care.
You got it. You got it. Alex Smart here on the drive through. We will have a prop selection here from Tony Brown in the Super Bowl, so stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive through. We'll over to the Skype world. Welcome in Ninos, so catch him over at Pick Dogs. Hope you're catching this video series with Wayne with his 3-legged prop parlay of the day. So make sure you check that over at Pick Dogs. What's going on, Ninos?
Well, pretty good. How are you doing?
Doing great. All right, here we go tonight. 7 Eastern time features the Devils here facing the Kraken. The Devils here -145, total 6.5.
Yeah, this number has dropped a little bit. They opened up as slightly bigger favorites, but the juice coming down just makes me like them even better. I was going to take them -1 this morning, and you still can. You probably still should lay a little bit on the puck line or take them in regulation rather than lay all that juice on the money line. But I think we're getting the right side here. The Devils have had a very impressive season. Most of their success has come on the road, but I think there's still room for those numbers to come back down a little bit, and definitely some room for them to improve their numbers at home. So I think this is a good spot for them to do just that. I like the Devils to get the job done tonight.
Yeah, Ninos says take the Devils at home here, -145 here against the Kraken. The Kraken off to a tough start to open up this road trip. I know a lot of people like that Kraken team. They were favorite at the Islanders, and they fell 4-0.
Yeah, I think I like them too then. So, but that was just a much better spot. They had the rest advantage in that one. The Devils not playing on the back-to-back here on their home ice, so I don't see many advantages for the Kraken, and I think the Kraken have had a pretty good season themselves too, but I just think the Devils have been that much better, and again, being at home won't hurt them here.
All right, El Ninos here, Devils -145 against the Kraken. This one to have a start time here of top of the hour, 7 Eastern time. All right, El Ninos, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. NHL on the board, as well as NBA 4 on the board from the NBA. Lots of college hoops had scheduled for tonight. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Got 3-pack in the NBA, got my best bet in the NHL, a couple extra plays for everyone on those long-term passes. Actually just, a couple extra plays tonight. So, yeah, make sure you grab one of those and or pair me up with your favorite capper.
That's right, guys. Get on board with El Ninos over at Pick Dogs Premium tonight. He's got featured his NBA Thursday 3-pointer. 3 picks from this 4-game card up on the board right now. Credit guarantee, meaning it must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for site credits. That is credit guarantee. El Ninos also in here with the NHL power play, a single selection up there. A hat trick, a 3-pack from the NHL as well. But instead of buying all these plays individually, you may opt for the 7-day all sports pass to get all of L's Ninos' premium plays here for 7 days. All his NBA, his college hoops, NHL, and of course the Super Bowl pick coming up here on Sunday. All right, Al, and you can also add a second capper with a 2-for-1 capper promotion, even greater value there, and use the promo code PICK at checkout, and you'll save yourself 15% off. All right, now, Ninos, as always, great having you show. Have yourself a great evening, but we can catch up every day here on the Pick Dogs channel, that video series with you and Wayne with the three-legged prop parlay video.
That's right. Got another one up for you tonight. Make sure you go check that out after you finish watching this show. Smash the like button over here and then go smash it over there.
There you go. Get a couple smashes in there for El Ninos here and over there. Check him out over on that channel, on the Pick Dogs channel, and check out that parlay video. All right, now have a great night. Catch up tomorrow.
All right, have a good time.
Got El Ninos here on the drive through. Let's continue. I've seen a lot of people sign in. If you missed any of the picks, we'll recap at the end of the show, so stay tuned for the entire show. Let's continue on here on the drive through. Time to welcome in Big Al McMordie. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Again, coming off of having a monster week, you'll see him at top of the leaderboards. Just fantastic work. Has been the top unit producer for 2021, 2022, and off to a great 2023 here over at Pick Dogs. So catch him on the site. We'll bring him in right now. Big Al, what's the word?
Not much. Not much at all. Just, trying to catch up on all the activity in the NBA, trying to see what kind of draft picks my Spurs have, stockpiled.
Yeah, that's right. It's interesting times, and no doubt about that. And, of course, we got game tonight on ESPN2, Big Ten action. Purdue here hosts Iowa. Purdue laying here 7.5, total 149.
Yeah, last Saturday, I had a really good day. I was 17-1, and one of the 17 winners was Indiana. That was my Big Ten game of the year against Purdue. Purdue, obviously it's a rivalry. Indiana, pretty much led the whole way, but, Purdue played uncharacteristically. They had 16 turnovers. They allowed the first opponent for the season to shoot greater than 50%. I just look for the Boilermakers to bounce back off that game. I think they're the best team in the country. And historically, the Boilermakers have been terrific in Big Ten games when they're at home and they're off a point spread loss. When they're not favored by double digits, they've gone 58-25. I'm not going to buck those numbers. I just think it's a good bounce back spot for the Boilers. I liked what Matt Painter had to say in the post-game presser, and I just think they're going to blow out Iowa tonight.
All right, the blowout here with Purdue laying the 7.5 here against Iowa. I remember when Purdue lost their first home game under Rutgers. They came back on their next, that wasn't the next game, they were on the road, but that next home game, they just blew out their opponent and were right off the court.
Yeah, that Rutgers game was kind of an interesting game because, at least with the Indiana game, you can see why Purdue lost. Purdue, I don't think they played all that badly against Rutgers. They just, didn't win. They could have won that game, lost by a point. But, yeah, this is a good spot for the Boilers, and, we'll see what happens.
I know you like to release a lot of your pro championship teams, like Super Bowl, NBA World Champion. Have you decided yet on a team to win the NCAA tournament this year?
Well, I do it ahead of time.
Oh,
I do it in October. So I actually got lucky. My pick, which I put out on October 13th, was the Phoenix Suns in the NBA at 13-1 odds. And I was kind of thinking I was dead in the water until this morning. Sometimes you'd rather be lucky than good, right? It works both ways. Sometimes, I had the Brooklyn Nets a few years ago during the pandemic or whatever, and, Kyrie Irving just decided he didn't want to play. Yeah. So, it works both ways. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. But, yeah, I got the Phoenix Suns at 13-1. I have Gonzaga, and I'm still kicking myself because it came down to Gonzaga or the Houston Cougars for me, and I was trying to decide which team. And I could have gone either way. It was really 50-50. And I just went with Gonzaga. And obviously, I wish I had taken Houston, but that's the way it goes.
That's the way it goes right now. Let me ask you about all this player movement here in the trading deadline. Note, of course, you focus a lot on your database. How do you factor now the NBA here for the next few days here with all this with this roster movement?
Well, I'll give you an example. Today, I have a play, and it was based on revenge. And I downgraded it a little bit because the key players weren't on the team anymore, So, but that's kind of a weird situation. Normally, I'm not going to care.
Right.
But the numbers are the numbers. But in this first kind of day, these teams kind of have to, gel a little bit. And sometimes the reason you have a play was based on other players, and so you just adjust. But in a few days it's back to normal.
Yeah, no doubt about that. All right, Al, McMordie here. Purdue lay the 7.5 here against Iowa. This would have a start time here, top of the hour, over on ESPN2. All right, Big Al, let's take a look over at Pick.Spin. We see the results here. Last 7 days, Big Al's been on absolute fire here. 2,490 units of profit last 7 days. That is all documented over at Pick.Spin. You can verify that by going over to Big Al's handicapper page, going down to Pick History. You can check that all out there. Tonight, we got a 4-game card NBA. Lots of college hoops, some hockey as well. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Not a lot. I've got 10 plays overall. I've got 1 in hockey. I've got 1 in the NBA. As I mentioned, it's a revenge play. I've got 8 in college basketball. Those are broken up. I've got a 5-game package. I've got an elite info play, a payback payday, which is another revenge play. I've got a roadkill play. So it's a decent card tonight. And of course, the best deal of all is to team me up with one of the other champion handicappers here at Pick Dogs and do the 2-for-1 handicapper special. I've got my NFL total of the year posted for Sunday. I've given out my side play for free on the Pick Dogs NFL show with Mitch and Jay, so folks can check that out as well and find out who I like as far as the side goes, and find out who Mitch likes and who Jay likes. That's all for free.
All free, guys. Check it out over on the Pick Dogs channel. NFL show shot on Wednesday. Get on board with Big Al over at Pick Dogs. Look at these numbers over the past 7 days. 2,490 units of profit, all documented over at the site. Of course, his featured play is his NFL total of the year from the Super Bowl. Big Al also in action here from the NHL with a slapshot club play, as well as a 5-pack here from college basketball. Red hot 5-game college a 5-pack, get on board. Now, these individual plays are credit guaranteed. Must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for site credits. That is credit guarantee. A lot of these plays are also sold individually, but heck, instead of buying all these plays individually, why not just get the 1-month all sports pass from Big Al? Get the
1 year pass.
1 year, right? 1 year pass. Let's do the 1 year. That's right. Let's get the 1 year pass with Big Al's running. All Al's premium plays for a year includes all his premium plays from all the major sports that he handicaps. As well as you do delve into horse racing from time to time in the major stakes.
Yeah, we cashed all 3 Triple Crown races last year. Fingers crossed for this upcoming year. And long term, I've had decent success over the past 27 months. It's 2,071 winners, 1,660 losers, and plus 136.5 net games after the juice. So, it's been a decent run.
It is running well. Big Al has been the top unit producer here in his first 2 years at Pick Dogs, 2021, 2022, and 2023 off to a great start. So get on board with Big Al. That 1 year all sports pass will save you 15% off right now when you use that promo code PICK at checkout. Substantial discount there using the 15% off. $300 off that price right now. So get on board and get signed up with Big Al with that 1 year all sports pass. All of his premium plays for the sports he handicaps. Get signed up. All right, Big Al, as always, great to have on your show. Continue that success. We'll catch you, of course, on the weekend show with Mitch and company.
Yeah. Be back Saturday, and Sunday will be fun for the Super Bowl. And hopefully my Spurs can just lose another 25 games in a row. Although I think tomorrow they might, they play Detroit, so they have a chance to win tomorrow, which kind of sucks. But we'll see. They traded away Richardson and Jakob Poeltl. So
yeah, Poeltl got traded back to Toronto. Yeah, that was a move there. So we'll see how it rolls here as they're stockpiling their picks here. We'll see if Popovich will still be around to coach these picks. So we'll see how that rolls.
Yeah. He should stay. He should stay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll talk to you on Wednesday.
Big Al McMordie here on the drive-thru. Guys, reminder: you miss a pick, we'll recap at the end of the show. Seen a lot of people sign in. We'll continue here on the drive-thru. Let's go over to Las Vegas, Nevada. Must be liking this trading deadline as our man Tony Brown. You find him over at Pick Dogs Premium, where I was really bashing his Lakers last time. I was kind of really upset with them again during the game and that Tuesday night. The game, I understand the importance of LeBron's record, but man, you guys got to win these games. These are teams you're chasing, and we're in the conference here. We're almost 50 games more than 50 games into the season. So that the All-Star break is not the halfway point; it's almost like the 2/3 point of the season. So let's go ahead and bring in Tony Brown in right now. He's in Las Vegas, Nevada. We're going to get a Super Bowl prop from Tony Brown. Now let's bring him in right now. Tony Brown, what's happening?
Tony T, what's going on with you, bro?
Doing great. All right, here we go tonight. We're going to look here. I know Tony Brown, he guests here on Tuesday, 8:30, so we're going to get a Super Bowl player prop from him tonight. Fox has a Super Bowl, Eagles, Chiefs. Eagles a 1.5, total 51.
Yeah, I got to have my game pick up for sale. Of course, I got a 10-star premium pick on the game. But right now, I'm going to give you a prop that I think is absolutely just as good or maybe even better than a game bet. And that's Travis Kelsey anytime touchdown score. Now, let me tell you why I think it's so good for two reasons. One, just the eye test. Like, if the Chiefs play and they score, Travis Kelsey is going to be one of the scorers. Like he's the number one red zone target for sure. They run little trick plays with him with that little dash pass, and sometimes he's the running back in the red zone. So he's going to have multiple opportunities in the red zone. And then he's just an all-world tight end. He's He's probably going to go to the Hall of Fame. He can score just from the tight end position on a nice route or something. So they actually have him as the favorite to score the first touchdown. He's the odds-on favorite to score the first touchdown. So they think that he's going to score for sure. They actually believe he's going to score first. We just need him to score at any time. It's minus 120, no heavy juice, and I love it as one of the best prop bets on the board for the Super Bowl this year.
All right, Tony Brown here says take Kelsey anytime touchdown here, minus 120. Remember, Super Bowl is NFC versus AFC, so the teams don't really know each other. And, of course, this game being played here, neutral side here in Arizona, which I think is probably does favor speed a little bit, also favors the offenses, I think, is this venue, no doubt.
For sure. It's indoor. It's on the turf. Weather won't bother them or anything like that. And like I said, they're going to be looking for Travis Kelsey every single way. They spread him out as a wide out. They use him as a regular receiving tight end. They do the shovel pass to him, and he takes direct snaps. So once they get in the red zone, which I think they will, he has 4 chances to score better than any receiver or normal standard back anyway.
That's right. We got here Travis Kelsey, anytime touchdown, minus 120. This one's Super Bowl Sunday at 6:30 Eastern Time. All right, Tony Brown, let's take over at Pick Dodge Spring for tonight's action. Showing great results in the NHL is Tony Brown. You see the numbers here, 720 units of profit in the NHL. That's all documented over at Pick Dodge Spring. Come off a monster past 24 hours is Tony Brown. You can verify that over on the site. Tonight we got NHL, NBA on the board, as well as lots of college hoops, Pac-12 action, as well as a lot of mid-major. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Just a regular 3-pack. Like you said, last night we went 3-0. I cap all the leagues, like you said. So we had an NBA top play, an NHL top play, and a college basketball top play. They all cashed easy. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We're going right back to it tonight with the Thursday 3-play. My best play on the board in the NBA, NHL, and college basketball. You grab them individually, or you can get my Thursday 3-pack and bang your bookie 3 times over.
That's right. Get the Thursday 3-play here from Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs Premium. His best bets here from NCAA basketball, NHL, and NBA together in a 3-pack. That is credit guarantee. You must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for side credits. That is credit guarantee. So get on board with Tony Brown. Of course, Tony Brown has a longer-term passes, his 3, 7, or 30-day all sports pass. We get all of his premium plays for that period of time you select. When you go to his handicapper page and make that purchase, use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. But Tony Brown, you're in Las Vegas. You grind out every day. You cover all the major sports, as well as baseball on those summer days. That 1-year all sports pass is a great value up there. VIP.
Yeah, it's the best way to go. If you wanted to win with me last night, you would have to buy my basketball pass, my college pass, and my hockey pass. That can get expensive. If you get the VIP all-year pass, it's 365 days to play. It's not a one sports pass. You get every pick I release from all the leagues for a full year. So if you're serious about making money, it's the only way to go.
That's right, guys. Get over Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs Prim. That 1-year pass, a great value there. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. That's like $195 off that 1-year all sports pass. So get on board with Tony Brown. Get every sport he handicaps, all his premium plays. Don't buy the plays individually and get them this way. It comes out to a much better value. Promo code PICK at checkout saves you 15% off. All right, Tony Brown, as always, great having you show. Continue that success. All right, you got to give me the assessment here, how the Lakers did here during the trade deadline.
Well, I think, to be honest, 100% honest, we did great, and I think we're the second best team in the West now. I think that the Suns, obviously, with a big 4 and 4 All-Stars and 4 Olympians, they're going to be tough to beat, but if anybody can beat them, it's us. D'Angelo Russell improved leaps and bounds since we traded him, so that's a great pickup. Mo Bamba's like 8 feet tall. That's a great pickup. Going along with Hachimura, which I think was a steal. You know what I mean?
So
he was
too.
a top 10 draft pick. That dude was really good. And then we got LeBron James, the king of basketball, all-time leading scorer. And we can keep AD out of street clothes, man. We got a real shot to try to win this thing and rally up.
I think the Lakers did a good. I got to give them credit. I think they did really well there, and I kind of like the Clippers getting Bones Highland as well as Plumlee in there, getting a little bit of depth there, getting some second-round picks. That those Nuggets are really stacked at the guard position.
Yeah, I don't like the Clippers, so I don't like any moves they made, and it'll just turn out to be futile anyway because Paul George won't show up in the playoffs, and Kawhi Leonard will be in more street clothes than Anthony Davis. Denver, I mean, what can you say about Denver? They're the number one team in the West, the number one league, and they have the 2-time MVP, probably going to be the 3-time MVP. Denver is writing their own ticket. It's just up to them. Only thing about Denver, they remind me of the Utah Jazz. They always did what's right. They always were there. They got the superstar players, and it just never panned out. And I just think that's how it's going to work out in Denver. I don't see Joker lifting the title.
They got to win a big road game. That's the things that kind of separate some of these close calls to teams that get over the top is winning those big road games late in the big series, right? That's where you got to win those game 5s, game 6, 7s on the road. That's
right.
Really
it
what
goes
a
way more
does.
than just talent. I mean, talent-wise, I think Dallas has the best talent on the floor. Kyrie and Luka. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that, but Kyrie is a psychopath, so, it's up in the air with that. So here we go.
Here we go. So keep an eye here. The drama continues. Just moves a little west now. So here we go. All right, Tony Brown, continue that success. We'll catch up with you next week. Enjoy the Super Bowl in Vegas.
I will. And the countdown is on to us out here. So I hope to see you guys out here next season. And everybody have a good Super Bowl.
Good Super Bowl indeed. Tony Brown here on the drive-thru. Guys, reminder, you miss a pick, we'll recap at the end of the show. So make sure you check out for that. All right. I think we've got some. Let's take a look here at some of the injuries here. We know there's some movement here. Bones Highland was moved to the Clippers. Bryant will not be in action for Denver. Gillespie. Murray is now out. Murray out here for Denver, so they do not have a full staff tonight. They'll be out with Murray not in the lineup. Gillespie still not in there. Beverly will not play, obviously. Harris is out for Orlando, so we can now confirm those injuries. On the Phoenix Suns side, out tonight is Booker. That was scheduled to be out tonight. Booker out. Payne out, Shamet out, Warren out. Of course, you can add Durant and Baisley out to that as well. Durant it was moved and is still injured. On the Atlanta side, this is something interesting here. Fernando Matthews are out, Holiday out, but Saddiq Bey, he was acquired from Detroit, and I thought it was a pretty good move here. Oops, let me get back to my screen. I thought it was a pretty good move there to bring in Saddiq Bey because he was one of those contributors from Detroit. He's actually in there as probable, so you may see Saddiq Bey likely to play here for Atlanta tonight as they face Phoenix. They are a big favorite in this game, but still Phoenix has Paul, Lee, Ogechi, Greg, and Ayton there in the starting 5, but Saddiq Bey is one of those under-the-radar guys that does contribute off the bench for the Pistons. Sometimes in starting roles, will throw some points up there. So Saddiq Bey looks like he's going to play tonight. He's one of the players that was moved for Atlanta, so that's something newsworthy there. Still Ball and Green out here for Chicago. On the Brooklyn side, no Bridges, no Claxton, no Curry, no Johnson in that one. We'll see Dinwiddie in the lineup tonight for Brooklyn, the player from Dallas. All right, from the Milwaukee and the Lakers, there's a lot to clean up over here, and there's some bad news for the Laker fans. We can now confirm that LeBron James is out tonight. LeBron James out for the Lakers. So is Devin Reed. Bamba was moved from Orlando. He's not going to play. Vanderbilt, D'Angelo Russell, Beasley, they're all doubtful tonight. And Davis is probable. So LeBron James out of the lineup tonight. We can now confirm that for the Lakers. Also, for Milwaukee, we can now confirm Ingles, Portis out. Crowder is also out after the trade. He wasn't going to play anyway. He's been injured. And we have Giannis and Brook Lopez still showing on the injury report as probable. So there you go, probable. But the big news here in this game, LeBron James out of this one tonight. A very important game for the Lakers' playoff chances. 25-30, they're the 13th seed. It's an 82-game schedule. This is game 56, and you're going to miss the game with a day's rest. Oh, boy. All right, let's continue on here. When you say greatest ever, okay, if you say greatest ever, would Michael Jordan sit it out after he breaks? You got to ask yourself that. I'm just saying. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. Up next, we're going to go ahead and welcome in Millz Young. If I'm over at Pick Dogs, stay tuned after the show because Millz and Brad will be with you here with the UFC show tonight. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. So let's bring in Millz Young. If I'm over at Pick Dogs, Millz, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony? How's everybody doing today?
Things going great tonight. Here we go tonight, 7 Eastern time. We have the Nuggets here on the road here against the Magic. They open up a road game. They've been at home a lot. But we've got Nuggets favored here. Total sits 231.5, but you'll be looking at this one a different way.
Yeah, man, these two teams played earlier on in the year. I think the Nuggets was able to win 119-116, over barely hit in that game. So I'm going to be looking at this game in a player prop, one to get you on top. So I'm looking at Jokic in this player prop point. It's only at 24.5. One thing that I've noticed about the Orlando Magic, they gave up 28 to Embiid. They gave up 30 to Embiid the second time that they played them. So in other words, when top-tier centers are playing these teams, they're just eating and feasting. So I expect the same thing. They just shipped out Mo Bamba. He was probably one of their better rim protectors with the minutes that he actually did get to play in there. He's not there no more. Besides that, you got Wendell Carter in there. Bobo, I don't really see that guy blocking or anything like that. So, no presence down there, to stop a player like Jokic. So I actually think Jokic is going to end up with like 18, 19 points before the half hits. With Murray out, that just means that he's going to be handling the ball a lot more. So look for him to even get that triple-double maybe in this game. But for me, 24.5 points is a little bit too low for me. So I'm going to be taking my shot on that one.
All right, here we go. Jokic here over 24.5 points here. That's from Millz tonight in this one between the Nuggets here and, of course, the Orlando Magic, I should say there. Yeah, Nicola, again, when you look here at the Magic, this is the team that has really struggled defending at home. They're 26 in defensive rating here at home. That's the concern here, is their ability here to guard Nikola Jokic. And of course, it's one of those East, I always believe this, when you get these teams that face each other, they don't see each other very often, play twice a year. I always favor the offense.
Yeah, you got to, exactly like you said. If they were familiar with them, they would know, okay, when we wrote out this rotation, this stopped Jokic, and, the other player had to beat us like Porter. But nah, not at all, man. When you're playing against a unicorn like Jokic, you're already just trying to figure out how to stop him, let alone not enough time to, actually have a game plan for him. So, yeah, I definitely like this player prop on here, and just going over it too. Jokic has hit this prop 7 out of his last 13 games, going over 24.5 points. So, I think he's definitely due for a game to just show everybody, like, hey, you guys, I get it. LeBron, got the scoring record. I get it. Some teams just made the best trades, but hey, look at me. I think he's a 2-time returning MVP. So look for him to go out there and definitely get his name known today.
There you go. Nikola Jokic over 24.5 points. This one have a start time here, top of the hour. All right, Millz, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. Of course, Millz has been an absolute fire here in the NBA. 772 units of profit here in the NBA. We know how great he was in the MMA last year with his great results, over 2,000 units of profit as well. So tonight we've got 4 games on the board from the NBA. We got college hoops as well as ice. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yeah, man, I got my NBA winners only bet up there to just get your feet wet. $15 only. Not a lot on the NBA slate. College slate, you had some games on there, but none that I really love to bet with my own money. So I wouldn't advise you to bet your own with it. That's just me for my premium pick. So I got one up there to get you paid. But, it's Thursday. We got UFC right around the corner. UFC 284. Already got 2 plays locked and loaded, wrote up. Just need to put them up on the site. So I definitely have some plays up there that I like. One's an underdog coming off a 3-1 week last week. We went 2-0 in Bellator. Then we went 1-1 in UFC. So, just trying to do the same thing. So go ahead and get that 3-day pass because college basketball is right around the corner. You got the Super Bowl right around the corner too as well. I already got a play up there for that as well. But this is the time, so get that 3-day pass. It pays for it all in one day.
That's right, guys. Got on board here with Millz Young over at Pick Dodge. Look at the numbers here. 772 units of profit in the NBA. That's all documented over at Pick Dodge. Coming up on winning day yesterday. Tonight, Millz' NBA winners only. A $15 premium play is up on the board. Credit guarantee. You must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for site credits. That is credit guarantee. There from Millz. Again, here we are on a Thursday. We always talk about that 3-day all sports pass. Great value right now. Get all of Millz' premium plays here for 3 days. That includes all his NBA tonight, college hoops. We also have UFC in action here on Saturday. Now, he may get that Super Bowl pick in there soon. If he gets that Super Bowl pick in there on Saturday, well, that's yours too as well, right? So that's part of the 3-day pass.
Yeah.
Whatever's in the system by Saturday at night, is yours. So if he has that Super Bowl in there, then it's yours too on that 3-day pass. So get on
Oh,
board.
it's already in there, Tony.
It's already in there?
So,
all right.
So they're already getting it. Yeah, it's
all
already
right.
in there.
So that will include the Super Bowl play with that 3-day all sports pass. So go ahead and get signed up with it. Use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with Millz on that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there, right? Millz, is always great having a show. But of course, following on the drive-through tonight, you and Brad get together with that UFC show.
Yeah, man, we're going live right after the drive-through show. I'm talking about like 2-3 minutes live. So stay right around your computer, stay right around your phone. So just hit that notification because we're going to go over all the best cards. I mean, all the best fights on the main card. Then we're going to give you guys our best underdog, our best pick, our best prop, and then our best parlay to get you on top. So you can't go wrong with it. Probably only lasts about 25 to 30 minutes, so you don't want to miss it. Right after the Pick Dog show every Thursday right here.
That's right. Check out Millz and Brad right after the show here, right after the drive-through here on Thursday with their UFC show. Whenever there's UFC cards at that weekend, they'll be joining us. Make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications, be live with them, get the plays in real time to get the best numbers. All right, Millz, is always great having a show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you next week, but we'll watch it right after the show here with your UFC show.
Hey, before I go, Tony, it was a little debate going on backstage, and I know I ain't too biased, so I'm going to let the chat decide it. All right, y'all. Put 1 in the chat if you think the Sacramento Kings are going to fall out from the 3rd spot all the way to the play-in. Put number 2 if you just think they won't. That's it. And then after that, get on Jay's head, man. That guy's crazy over there, bro.
There you go. Millz Young here on the drive-through. Guys, make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications. Tune in right after our show for the UFC show. It's Millz and Brad. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. Guys, mind if you miss a pick, we'll recap at the end of the show. But make sure you stay tuned when we sign off because that's when Millz and Brad will sign in. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Let's continue on with the drive-through. You know who's up next, right? He was just called out a second ago, right? Man, Jay Briggs. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Catches every day his morning NBA jam session. A play from every game on the board from the NBA. I guess he calls it a preview, a pick. I don't know what we call it. I think it's a pick, right? Jay, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony? It's just, you call it either one.
A lean? All right, I'm just trying to figure out what to call it. A lean,
there
a pick, a squeeze. I don't know what it is. All right, here we go. Tonight on TNT, well, we know the news here, guys. There's no LeBron tonight, but the Lakers are going to be hosting the Bucks in a I'm calling every game now a must-win for them because you guys got to look at the schedule and use the little math to figure out how many games are left in the season. Lakers here, dogs, 8.5, total 240.
Yes, sir, Tony, man. We got the Milwaukee Bucks coming into this one red hot, and I was all over the Lakers this morning before I found out the news that LeBron James was out. I really thought the Lakers had a real chance of winning this game outright. Like you said, moving forward, every game dramatically matters for this Lakers team. We saw them make a few moves. I highly doubt those guys play tonight like D'Angelo Russell, Malik Beasley. But I'm still on the Lakers plus the points tonight. I think we get an AD game tonight. I think we see a vintage Anthony Davis game. And quite honestly, man, I'm going to sprinkle some on the money line still with the Los Angeles Lakers here in this one tonight. I just think it's a bad spot for the Milwaukee Bucks. I can see this one kind of being a flat spot and them going through the motions. I know that sounds crazy because of how well they've been playing basketball, but this is the NBA. We see flat spots all the time. And I know there's no LeBron James here tonight, but I still think the Lakers have enough in the tank. And I think we see them put their best foot forward tonight on TNT, Tony. And I think they cover this line here, quite honestly.
Yeah, Lakers coming off the loss here. This is, again, this was really on the supporting cast. I look for the supporting cast to really get off the mat. Even the coaching staff, I blame the coaching staff for not providing how important the game was. To me, it was like a red carpet for LeBron, and everybody was just taking pictures of him on the court here as he walked on the red carpet to get that scoring record. That was kind of a disgusting output there by the supporting cast, facing a Thunder team that was on a back-to-back for crying out loud there on your home court. But yeah, Lakers been short, but we've seen these things before, right? We've seen the players step up in this spot. We've seen, Dallas has done that before. I think the Nets had a big a cover, if not a win, in there after they just traded Kyrie Irving. So sometimes we see that bounce back, especially from a Bucks team. They're a great team, but there are some blemishes on this team, especially when you look at the numbers on the road here, where they've had their issues shooting the basketball. 29th in road shooting, 44.6%. We know the rebound well, but Anthony Davis will be down. I know you're going to see a really gallant effort here from this Lakers team, especially on the glass against a Milwaukee team that has struggled shooting on the road this year.
Yeah, they have, and it's just Milwaukee. They came off the long homestand. Then they played the one game on the road. I thought their first road game might have been the flat spot, but they turned up against Portland. I think tonight is that spot. It's hard to have your foot on the gas every night in the NBA, and the way Milwaukee has just been playing here recently, I think they're probably due for a little short spot. We've seen the Lakers beat them earlier this season as well, so it's not impossible. They beat them 133-129 on the 2nd of December. I think LeBron did play at that one, but still, I would not be surprised if we saw a vintage Anthony Davis type game. I think he has a pretty big one tonight, and I think the Lakers keep this one competitive on TNT.
Yeah, all they got to do is keep it competitive. That's right, and of course, we've seen Milwaukee have their struggles on the West Coast too. So it's not, sometimes when I said this about Denver, sometimes when these teams have these long homestands, we forget that they play on the road.
Correct. Yeah, for sure.
There we go. The Lakers.
Yes,
Lakers plus 8.5 here against the Bucks. This one will have a start time here, 10 Eastern time here. Doubleheader game over on TNT. All right, Jay, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight's action here. Great results over the past 7 days, 315 units of private. 4 on the board from the NBA. We have lots of college hoops, Pac-12 action, a lot of those mid-major conferences in action as well. I think we see some WCC up there, Gonzaga in action. So a lot of West Coast stuff for late night viewers. Hawaii's the midnight game as well. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yes, sir, Tony. Small card in the NBA tonight. We only have 4 games, so I only have 1 play for sale tonight. My long-term people, they got an extra play in there for them as well, but just 1 play for sale tonight. My $15 NBA Jam Session play, my best bet in the NBA every night, man. I just got 1 play up there, $15. I've hit 12 of my last 20 on this play, man. I'm trying to get back hot on it. That's 60% in our last 20, man. So I really like tonight's play. I think we cashed out for another winner, man. So scoop that up, $15. We got a nice size card in the NBA tomorrow, and we got a nice size weekend with the Super Bowl rolling around as well. So don't be afraid to hop on something long term. It's small action for me today, but I'm usually a volume guy. So I got you over the weekend if you pick up a long term package, and let's just continue stacking units and making money here at Pick Dog.
So Stack Units here with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dogs Premium. Good results over the last 7 days, past 24 hours, nearly 400 units of profit. Jay's been on fire here. So get on board with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dogs Premium. Future plays is $15 NBA Jam Session. Credit guarantee must turn a profit. The amount you purchase is credit back in your account for side credits. That is credit guarantee on the NBA Jam Session. That's a single play up there. But again, you may consider the long-term pass with Jay. That 7-day pass gets you all of Jay's premium plays for 7 days, all his NBA. His college hoops, as well as the Super Bowl play, come up here on Sunday. So get on board with that. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. Add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Jay, as always, great having you show. We'll catch your NBA Jam Session every day here on the Pick Dogs channel. You also just shot the NFL show with you and Big Al and Mitch with your NFL picks as well over up on the site.
Yes, sir. We did our final show of the year for the NFL, man. And what a season it was with those 2 guys, Big Al and Mitch. We shot our last one, our Super Bowl show. We each gave a side. I think we each went side on that show. So, yeah, we each gave our side for the show. You can go watch that video. A lot of fun with those guys. Like I said, last one, go get the Super Bowl pick. I think I'm on the winner. I'm pretty sure those guys do as well.
That's right, guys. Check it out there with Jay on the NFL Super Bowl show. And make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications. So when Jay's video drops for this NBA Jam Session, you get it right away. Get the best numbers before these lines move. All right, Jay, have yourself a great evening. We'll catch up again tomorrow.
Yes, sir. 1 second. I was going to say, hey, we got a lot of action with this trade deadline, so everybody's team seems they're viable. Tony Brown talking about the Lakers are the second best team in the West. I don't know what he's talking about. We got Millz talking about the Kings are still going to be third in the West when it's all said and done. I don't know what he's talking about. I think my Mavs are arguably the second best team in the West, and I think we're going to get a Suns-Mavs Western Conference Finals is what I think, and I think it could go 7 either way. That's how I think. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. So it shall be an interesting season for the rest of the year. All of us are here on the drive-through, so we got all season long to talk about it. Just let us know what y'all think.
It's going to be a fun spring. I can feel it already. Fun spring, especially when we get into the NBA, the April NBA playoffs. And, of course, the position here for the postseason. We'll see how it rolls. Again, I like the Lakers already in the game 55 of an 82-game season. Some of these people think that the All-Star breaks the halfway point. It's not. It's almost – it's two-thirds. All right, two-thirds.
Exactly.
I think they don't understand that. I think they got to – that's the issue sometimes with Laker fans is they don't look at the schedule and do the math. All right, Jay, have yourself a great evening. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Yes, sir. I'll see you tomorrow, Tony.
Yeah, Jay Briggs here on the drive-thru. Guys, if you missed a pick, we'll recap at the end of the show. And James Thrower also agrees here with Suns Mavs, so we'll see how that rolls here. And 48 Perry there with some funny comments there. We know Tony Brown, he loves his Lakers, he loves his Dodgers, and he loves his Raiders. So you guys know that. And he loves the Golden Knights as well. That's his hockey team in Vegas. So there you roll with Jay, with Tony Brown. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Up next is Wayne Scott. Catch him over at Pick Dog Shrimp Course. Remember, he won the contest to become a capper here at Pick Dogs with a fantastic December. So let's bring in Wayne Scott right now, enjoying all this talk out. He's out in North Carolina. You know, we get all this West Coast talk out here. It's all about NBA. They love it out here. Wayne, what's happening? I know you're just taking it all in, huh? We don't have any sound from you there, Wayne. You're on mute. You can't hear any word there. Yeah, no sound there. So we might have to just sign out, sound back in again. I'll give out my pick, then we'll get back to Wayne because we lost it. Wayne is out there checking out his connection and resetting his signal here. We'll go ahead and take a quick look here at the injury report as we are getting close to the witching hour here. As we've got to look at some of the injuries in the game. We know that on the Nuggets side, there will be no Bryant, no Gillespie, no Murray, and no Najaji. They're all out here for the Nuggets. We can now confirm Beverly Harris out here for Orlando. Phoenix and Atlanta, no Baisley, no Booker, no Durant, no Payne, no Shamet, no Warren here for the Suns. On the Atlantic side, we can now confirm Sadiq Bey. We thought he might have played. Nope, Sadiq Bey is out here for Atlanta. Fernando, Holiday, and Matthews also out for the Hawks tonight. We have the Bulls and the Nets. We can now confirm Ball, Green out. Bridges, Claxton, Curry, Johnson out here for Brooklyn. The Milwaukee and the Lakers game. On the Milwaukee side, we're still looking at Giannis and Brook Lopez as probable. Crowder, Ingles, and Portis out. On the Lakers side, Mo Bamba, James, and Devon Reed out here for the Lakers. That's right, LeBron James will not play tonight. Vanderbilt, Russell, and Beasley are all doubtful. Davis, probable. So there you go with your injury report here between the Lakers and the Milwaukee Bucks. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Looks like Wayne is trying to get reconnected here, so we'll go to my pick here in this one for tonight's action. Of course, I'll have a college hoops game tonight. We're going to be looking at this BYU and Loyola Pepperdine game, I should say, not Loyola Marymount. Pepperdine. Yeah, BYU just pounded Loyola Marymount not too long ago, but I'm going to be on the BYU Cougars in this game. I just do not like this. I do not like this Pepperdine team whatsoever. I mean, it's just we got to go back and look at the video on how they beat Portland, their first WCC win. It's comical. It is absolutely comical the way they won that game. Just do a search on YouTube and look at the crazy ending between Pepperdine and Portland. But anyway, you know, when you look at this Waves team, they're last in offensive efficiency in the conference. They're just 32% from three, 51% inside, but the defense is terrible. They're giving up 40% from three, 55% inside the arc. Now, BYU, they defend well on the road. They're holding teams to under 40%, 29% from three. And if we look at the Waves this year in the WCC, they're giving up nearly 50% shooting in the conference. Over the past 5 games, Cougars shooting 47%. We'll go here with the BYU Cougars minus 7.5 against the Pepperdine Waves team that's 1-10 in the WCC. And go back and look at the crazy ending with that Pepperdine Portland to see how Pepperdine got their first conference win. Pepperdine just a really bad team. So that's how I roll. I actually, Ricky Patel, I grew up as a Laker fan, so that's what I grew up with as a Laker fan. But then again, you know, you start to lose your kudos to your team as time goes on, especially in this industry. All right, I got 5 premiums on the board tonight over at Pick Dodge Premium. I've got a best bet from NBA. That's my $15 premium for tonight. Also, my $15 premium play is a college hoops play. And then I also have a best bet from the NBA standalone, and then a 3-pack with a couple colleges and an NBA bundle in a 3-pack. 5 premium plays for me right now over at Pick Dodge Premium. You can also go to the long-term pass, 3, 7, or 30 sports pass. Get all my premium plays for that period of time you select when you go to my handicapper page and you make that purchase. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Let's see if we get Wayne hooked up again here on the drive-thru. Reminder to stay tuned right after our show because we will have the UFC show here with Brad and Millz, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here and let's get to Wayne. We're ready to go here with Wayne Scott. Wayne, we'll see if we get you connected again.
What's going on, Tony? You can hear me?
I can hear you now. All right, here we go. Tonight,
all right, that's good. That's good.
7:40 Eastern Time. Hawks here to face the the face the Suns. I want to make sure I've got it right. Hawks to face the Suns here. The Hawks laying 7, total 228.5.
Yep. This Suns team, they're 8-2 in their last 10. They're 30-26 on the season and 5th in the West. They're coming off a 3-game win streak, all on the road against the Nets, the Pistons, and the Celtics. Actually, last time this Hawks team lost, last time the Suns lost, they lost to the Hawks, 132-100. They were only down 3 in the first quarter, but in the second quarter, there was a big explosion. Good second quarter by the Hawks. I just expect a motivated Suns team, bench and role players to come out and kind of show their worth this game. They still got 3 starters in the lineup, still got 2 stars in Chris Paul and Aiden. They got Torrey Craig and Dario Saric, a decent power forward that can come off the bench and get some good minutes. And then you got your newer guys like Damian Lee and Josh Okogie that's going to have to show their work. And as far as this Hawks team, they're coming off 2-game losing streak. And those were both on the road. Last time they were at home, they lost at home to the Clippers. They're 4-6 in the first half in their last 10 at home, 3-2 in the first half in their last 10 at home. The Suns are 5-0 on the road in the first half at ATS and 3-0, obviously, first half ATS. This Hawks team, to me, they're still not meshing. They have the players, yeah, all their starters are there, but they're not playing well consistently together. So sometimes you can have all the players, and none of that stuff that matters if they're not all coming together to play and playing together as one. So in this one, I'm on the Hawks +4 in the first half. We're going back to the first half. Had good success yesterday with the Pacers +3.5 in the first half. We're coming back with the Hawks +4. No, it's probably not going to be a popular play.
I mean, Suns +4. Suns +4, right? Suns?
Suns +4. Sorry. I know it's not going to be a popular pick. Easy to go on the Hawks and say Hawks going to blow them out here, but I think the Suns still got enough to do what they've been doing. Like I said, 5-0 ATS in the last 5 road games, and I know they're missing a couple players, but they still got the pieces to keep it close in this first half.
There you go. We got Wayne here with the Suns first half +4 here against the Hawks. Yeah, the Hawks issues, when you kind of look at all the numbers, what's going on with this Hawks team, right? When Trae Young, there was a lot of emotion, a lot of excitement. They're pretty much a healthy squad today coming in, but the thing and this is something that can really hurt a team, Rao, and is the fact that if you have trouble hitting the 3, the Atlanta Hawks are 28th in the NBA at home shooting the 3, under 33%. That's a big concern here in the NBA these days.
Yeah, it definitely is. And speaking of that, on the other end of that, you got the Phoenix Suns, who's the top 10 in the three-pointer, and they still bring the D. So Hawks definitely going to have to fix that. They got guys like Hunter and Collins, a bigger small forward and power forward, and they're struggling from the 3. So I don't think it's really coming from the guard play. They're just going to have to find some more three-point shooting from the 3 and the 4 position.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Of course, Chris Paul handling the point. It's in good hands there. Keep, slow the pace down. Don't get into that track meet. Just keep the scores close and keep it at 4 here. Exactly. Suns first half +4 against the Hawks. And, of course, mentioned about the role players. They're going to be excited knowing that who's coming when he's healthy, right? Durant will probably be there watching these guys. And, always felt Chris Paul's always been good with young players, second-unit guys as well. Suns first half +4 against the Hawks. This game to have a start time, 7:40 Eastern time. All right, Wayne, let's take over at Pick Dodge Pick for tonight's action. Showing great results here on the ice. Last 24 hours been on fire here. 490 units of profit, all document over at Pick Dodge Pimps. You can verify that by going to Wayne's handicapper page and check all his results there. Tonight we have plays on the ice, NBA 4 games up there, as well as a nice big card here from college hoops. A lot of late night West Coast action as well. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Tonight at Pick Dodge Premium, I got my NBA player today, and I got a 3-pack with college basketball. I got 2 extra plays in college basketball, 5 for my long-term members, and just 2 in NBA tonight. It's a bigger NBA card tomorrow, so I'm going to focus on that. I focus on college basketball because the college basketball card is a little small tomorrow, so I'm on it tonight. So.
So I got Wayne Scott over at Pick Dodge Premium. Tonight you can find this feature play up there. It's college basketball takeoff Thursday 3-pack. Starts top of the hour, so rush in there, get on board. Credit guarantee at $35. 4-week price there. Must turn a profit. And the amount you purchase is credit back into your account for site credits. That is profit guarantee. Game of the day here from the NBA. That's his $15 premium play as well, credit guarantee, as well as NBA college basketball and 1 3-pack up there. So get on board there. Instead of buying these plays individually, why don't you try out Wayne with that 7-day all sports pass? Get all of Wayne's premium plays for 7 days, all his NBA, college hoops, NHL for 7 days. Use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 cap promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Wayne, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success. Before we let you go, someone in the chat room wants to know, hey, everyone's seem to be forgetting about those Memphis Grizzlies with all this talk out west.
Yeah, they made a move, didn't they? They got somebody from the Clippers, Kennard, didn't they?
Kennard, Luke Kennard, 3-pointer.
Yeah, Kennard, yeah. So they made a little move. We'll give Memphis a little talk.
All right, let's see how they roll. I got Adams back healthy though. I didn't realize how important he was until we've seen what's happened over time. Adams is a big guy in the middle there, defensively, just a big force. One of those old school guys, kind of the way he plays, but he's effective in there, no doubt. All right, Wayne. We know we got the video series. You and El Ninos with that 3-legged prop parlay video of the day.
Yes, sir. We're gonna be coming with that every day. We can't do nothing to get better. Had a little, it was on me yesterday. Al Ninos, I loved his hit. So it's one thing when we're working with each other. So his might be good and mine might be lackluster. So I gotta come with my A game because Al Ninos has been bringing it on there.
All right, guys, check them out over on the YouTube channel on Pick Dogs. Their 3-legged parlay video. Prop parlay video of the day. Check it out. Like, subscribe, set notifications. Be ready when that video drops to get the best numbers. All right, Wayne, have a great evening. We'll catch up with you again next week.
All right, y'all take care, Pick Dog family. All right, Tony.
You got it. Wayne Scott here on the drive-thru. All right, guys, you got my pick already, so let's get to the recap. And then after the recap, stay tuned because Millz and Brad takes over the Pick Dogs airwaves with their UFC show. So make sure you guys get ready for that transition, that handoff coming up here at the end of the show. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. It's time to recap the plays from tonight's show. So let's go ahead and get to that. If we would, I think we're ready to roll here with the recap. All right, let's recap it. Alex Smart, Islanders puck line, lay the puck in half, plus 125 against the Canucks. El Ninos, Devils, minus 145 against the Kraken. Big Al McMordie, Purdue, laid the 7.5 against Iowa. Tony Brown, he came in with a Super Bowl prop. Kelsey, anytime touchdown, minus 120. Millz likes Jokic, over 24.5 points tonight. Jay is on the Lakers, plus 8.5 against the Bucks. Wayne likes the Suns, first half, plus 4 against the Hawks. I like BYU, lay the 7.5 here against Pepperdine. The one I like the most, and I will say the one I like the most here is... Ooh, there's a lot of them I like. I like that Purdue play from Big Al McMordie. I'll roll with Big Al McMordie on that one here against Iowa, coming off that loss. All right. We saw what they did when they had that home loss against Rutgers. They just pounded their next opponent. That's going to do it here for the drive-thru, guys. Make sure you tune in again tomorrow live here at 7 Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We're bringing our cappers here from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Plays. They'll get with their plays live here on the show. Don't forget to get started every single day. The morning show, Mitch, Rod, as well as Chris, with that morning show, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Then Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. The betting tools show up there as well. The Puck Dogs, Chris and Rod Zawacki with their NHL video picks, as well as Jay's Jam Session with his every game on the card picks for you from the NBA board, as well as Ron Romanelli's Bank Shot Breakdown, college hoops there, plays from Rod on his video series, Al Ninos, and we've got Wayne with their 3-legged prop parlay video of the day, and Jovan's parlay as well. And don't forget, the final edition of the NFL show was the World Series. The Super Bowl. Thinking baseball already. It's the Super Bowl show with Mitch, Jay, and Big Al McMordie. They give their side selection on the Super Bowl. So check out that video right now. We're on Pick Dogs. Give it a look. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. We've concluded the show. I want to go back and give props to all of our chat contributors today. On all over social media, guys like John Stewart, Blake, Ramon out there, Evan as well. We see Blake out there. We see Ranger Lyle. We've seen James Thrower, Nicholas Hardy on there as well. TJ, appreciate your contribution. Millz in there, D Millz as well. Panger Lyle up there on the board. Kyle Lindquist with a lot of his contributions. Almost too many to choose from. We have Giga F1 UT up there as well. James Thrower. We talked about Josh P. So a shout out to everyone there in the chat. Appreciate all your contributions. Mike Zavala as well there with his contributions as well. And Muscle Zup, Ray Johnson, and of course, Nationalist Based is another one we'd like to give a shout out to. All right, that's going to do it here for the show. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew from tonight. We will go ahead and wave goodbye to you guys. You guys have a great evening. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow here on the drive-thru. Make sure you stay tuned. We got Millz and Brad ready to go live here in just a few minutes with the UFC show. So guys, don't go too far.